This channel makes videos that hook their viewers and generates over $50,000 per month. This channel makes similar videos and pulls in 31 million views in the last month alone, with one of their videos getting 15 million views in 4 months only. Social Blade estimated that they are making up to $122K per month, but with an average CPM of $4, that should be around $60,000, which is still a lot of money. Both channels are creating quiz videos which are known to go viral easily, as people love watching fun videos that challenge their brain and test their personalities. Luckily for us, there are a lot of topics to create videos about, which makes it easier for new channels like Quiz Rabbit to start dominating the niche. They joined YouTube 3 months ago and have gained over 10,000 subscribers with just 14 videos. You will find other channels in this niche, both old and new ones, getting millions of views per month consistently. This is because YouTube's user base keeps growing every year, and quiz audiences are no exception. So, in this free masterclass, I will show you everything you need to know to start and grow a quiz channel. You will learn how to create engaging videos, research viral video ideas, design clickable thumbnails, create a cool animated intro, and many more. I will show you how to turn the video and thumbnail into templates, which can be reused for other topics. You can also get access to a library of templates and tutorials, which will allow you to easily create over 500 quiz videos and clickable thumbnails in a short amount of time. So, let's get started. First of all, you need to find a video idea that has the potential of going viral. And one of the video ideas that is trending lately is guess the logo sound. I will show you how to come up with these trending topics later in the video. But for now, if you search for this topic, you will see similar videos from different channels with thousands and millions of views. You may think it is only dominated by big channels, but if you scroll down a bit, you will find smaller channels like this, with 1.6 million views, and another one with 500,000 views. This guy has less than 5,000 subscribers, and if you open his channel on a new tab, you will notice that he repeats the same topic over and over again, which is one of the growth strategies I will show you later in the video. Now, a quick note before we start. This quiz is one of the hardest to create from scratch, which means there are easier ones to make. However, it is proven to get a lot of views because of its low competition, and if you understand how to create it, then you can recreate any quiz video from scratch and turn it into a template by yourself. So follow along with this tutorial. First of all, we need to create a template that can be reused for as many videos as we want. So, open Canva and click on Create on the left bar. Switch to the Videos section, and you will see many options there. Click on the first one, which is the landscape video, to open a new project. Now go to the Elements tab on the left and search for background. Switch to the Videos tab, and you will see a bunch of videos with question marks in them. I like the style on this yellow video, but I would prefer it to be in blue color. So what we can do is to right-click on it and click on See More like this. This will bring up similar videos, and I can scroll down to find a blue one. This is it here, so I will click on it to show on the canvas. This will be used as the background video, so you can right-click on it, then set it as the video background. You will notice that it is very dark, which is not good enough, so click on Edit at the top to go to the Filters section. Click on the See All button, and you will see all the filters available. Scroll down until you find one that can make the color brighter. That is Heatwave in this case. So I can click on it to make the color pop a little more. This video that I chose is 6 seconds, but we need it to be around 22 seconds. So we can try reducing the speed at the top with the 1x button. I will drag the slider to the left to make it 0.5x. Anything less than 0.5x will make the question marks look lagging. Now this has slowed down the video, but at the same time, it has increased the length to 12 seconds. But that's not up to the 22 seconds we want, so I can right-click on the video and click on Duplicate Page. This will double the video length, but we need it to be in a single clip. What we can do in this case is to click on Share at the upper right corner and download it as a video file. When it's done downloading, upload it back to Canva by dragging it to the left. Go to the Uploads tab and switch to Videos. You will find the new video there, so click on the 2 pages on the timeline and press Delete on your keyboard. You can now click on the new video to show on the canvas, then right-click on it to set it as the video background. This will make it a single video with 24 seconds in length. Now this is the first part of the scene, and looking at similar videos on YouTube, I've calculated it to be 21.5 seconds. So click and drag the end of the clip to trim it to 21.5 seconds. Next, go back to the Elements tab and look for Frame at the top. If you can't find it at the top, you can scroll down till you get to the Frames tab. Click on the rectangular frame to make it appear on the canvas. We need to scale it down, so click and drag the right handle to make the width 235. Then drag the lower handle as well to make the height 305. Add a round corner to it by clicking on this button at the top, then drag the slider to 35. Add a stroke to it also by increasing the stroke weight to 10. Click on the black circle to show the color palette on the left, and you can change the stroke color to white. We are through with customizing the frame, so drag it to the upper left of the canvas like this. Now, we need to duplicate the frame, so hold the Alt key and the Shift key together, then click and drag the frame to the right. Some pink lines will appear to guide you, so when the frames snap together like this, continue to drag the frame slowly to the right till the space between them becomes 30 pixels. Then you can release your mouse first, after which you can let go of the Alt key and the Shift key. With the new frame still selected, press Ctrl D on your keyboard continuously to duplicate the frame 5 times. After that, open the position window at the top and switch to the Layers tab. Click on the top frame, hold the Shift key, and click on the last frame to select all the frames. Then group them together like this. Switch to the Arrange tab and align them to the center. Now, we have to duplicate them, so hold the Alt and Shift keys again, then click and drag the frame downward. Once again, you will see the pink lines. Then, when they snap together on the edge, continue dragging downward till the space between them is around 46 pixels. It can be more or less, just make sure it is not too far apart. Then release your mouse and the keys and press Ctrl D to duplicate the frames one more time. I will zoom out to show the canvas, then highlight all the frames and group them. Switch to the Arrange tab and align them to the middle. Now click on the frames and ungroup them. Hold the Shift key and select the center frames one after the other to delete them. This will leave the center open for other graphics we need. You can then highlight all of the frames and group them together again. The next thing is to add some graphics to the center. So go to the Elements tab and search for a sound wave. Switch to Graphics and Filter to show animated results. I will choose the black one by clicking on it, then scale it down to the right. Now hold the Alt and Shift key, then click and drag it to the left till it is aligned as if it is joined like this. While it is still selected, click on the color icon at the top and choose a color on the left. I will choose a peach color for it. Then click on the second audio wave and change it to peach as well. Now you can click on both of them by holding the Shift key and group them together. They should be smaller to give room for the number, so I will scale them down and place them under 4 frames like this. Lastly, go to the Arrange tab under Position and align them to the middle. Next, we need to add numbers, so press the letter C on your keyboard to add a circle. Drag it to the left and scale it down till it is around 175 pixels. Click on the color at the top and change it to magenta. I will click on the plus icon to make it a bit darker like this. Add a stroke to it by clicking here and increase the weight to 7. Click on the black circle to change the stroke color to white from the color palette. We can make it pop by adding ellipses to it. So press the letter C on your keyboard once again to add a circle. Drag it to the left and scale it down like this. Click on the lower handle and drag it up to form an ellipse. I will zoom in to scale it down more. Then I can drag it up like this. Change the color to white on the left and click on the shade icon at the top to reduce the transparency to 40. Duplicate the ellipse with the plus icon and drag it downward. Go to the Layers tab under Position and click on the 3 graphics with the Control key to group them together. Add a header text from the text bar on the left and type figures 0 and 1. Move it on the circle and click on the font name to choose another font. Search for Helvetica font, and we can choose Helvetica now for this. We can increase the font size to 72 on this dropdown, then make it a bold style by clicking on the B icon. Place it in the circle till it is aligned at the center. Drag the handle apart like this to make sure all the bigger numbers can fall in place. Click on the number and its background, then drag them till they are aligned with the sound wave. Next, go to the Elements tab and search for a loading bar. Switch to Videos, and you will find different ones to use. I will go with the first one and place it on the canvas. Hold the Alt key Then click and drag one of the handles to the center. Repeat it for the other side till you are left with the loading bar. I will zoom in to make it more balanced. Then click on Corner Rounding at the top and drag the slider to 100. Now scale down the loading bar and place it on the sound wave. I will scale it up a bit to make the width almost the same. Go to Position and align it to the middle. Next, go back to the Elements tab and find a green tick. Switch to Graphics to choose the one you like. I will go for the 3D one and click on it to show on the canvas. Scale it down to around 90 pixels and move it to the corner of one of the frames. Next, go to the Layers tab under Position and click on the background video. Right-click on it and click on Copy. Click on the plus icon on the timeline to add a new page. Right-click on it and paste the background video. This will be used to display the right answer, so trim the video until it becomes 4.6 seconds. Now go to the Elements tab and look for a frame. Choose a rectangular frame and click on it to show on the canvas. Scale it up by holding the Alt key and dragging one of the handles outwardly. You can make the width to be 1200 pixels or more. Repeat the same for the other side and make the height 660 pixels or more. Click on the corner rounding and increase it to 30. Add a stroke besides it and increase the weight to 15. Click on the stroke color and change it to white. We need the answer text, so press the letter T on your keyboard to add a text. Change it to all caps with this AA button, then we can type logo name in it. Change the font in the font menu and search for Luckiest Guy. Click on the result to change the font, then increase the font size on this drop-down to 96. On the Alignment button, make sure the text is aligned in the middle so that every logo name can align in the middle as well. Drag it downward and click on the Color button to change the color to white. We can add a shadow effect to it by clicking on the Effects button at the top and choosing the shadow style. Increase the transparency to 80. Increase the blur to 20. Then change the color to black. Now highlight both elements to show their timing. I will click on the Zoom button at the bottom to focus it on the timeline, then drag the slider to the right to zoom out. We want to trim the element and make them 4 seconds instead of the current 4.6 seconds. Normally on Canva, if you click on an element, you will be able to trim it from any side by dragging the handles. But right now, if you click on an element, you can only trim it from the left and not from the right. I hope they fix this issue, but pending that resolution, there's an easy workaround to this. If you want to trim an element from the right, in this case we want to trim the logo name from the right, you need to first click on another element, which is the frame in this scenario. Then hover your mouse on the right handle of the logo name, click and drag it to left, and you will be able to trim it from the right handle. I will trim it till it reduces to 4 seconds. Then with the logo name selected, you can now trim the frame from the right handle to 4 seconds as well. To make sure the names align well, hold the Alt key and drag one of the text handles aside. This will place every other text within this border. Right-click to copy the text and go back to page 1 to paste it there. Drag it upward to the center and on top of the loading bar. The width is too wide, so I will hold the Alt key and drag it inward so that the logo names will be placed within this limit. Now we need another text, so press Ctrl+D to duplicate it. Then type in, Guess the logo. You can go to the Layers tab under Position to see how everything is laid out. Highlight the last 2 words and go to the Colors tab to change the color to yellow. The next thing is to set the timings, and we can start with the loading bar. There are other elements above it, so let's go to the Layers tab and click on it. Drag it above all other elements so you can work on it. If you check the scissors icon, you will see that it is 11 seconds, which is a bit long, so we can click on the 1x button and increase the speed to 1.25x. This will make it load faster and decrease the speed to 8.8 seconds. We have the loading bar timing shown on the timeline already, but if you don't see this, you can right-click on the loading bar and show the timing. Now, trim the bar from the left by dragging it to the right till it is 8.8 seconds, which will correspond to the loading bar duration. Next, click and shift the playhead to 17.5 seconds on the timeline. Then drag the loading bar to the left till its right handle touches the playhead. Do you see the position that the loading bar ends? That is, when it stops loading? That is the same position the answers will be revealed. So we need to click on the logo name on the Layers tab and trim the left handle to meet the line. We also need to click on the green check mark and trim the left handle there as well. Now click on the sound wave from the Layers panel to show it on the timeline. Drag the playhead to the start of the loading bar, which is 8.7 seconds. Click on the loading bar to be able to trim the sound wave from the right, as I explained earlier. Then hover your mouse on the right handle of the sound wave, and click and drag it to the left till it meets the line at 8.7 seconds. Next, drag the playhead to 4.2 seconds, and trim the left handle of the wave to meet it, which will make it 4.4 seconds. With the line still at 4.2 seconds, click on the Guess the Logo text to show it on the timeline. Then click on the sound wave so that you can trim the text from the right. You can then trim the text from the right handle till it meets the playhead at 4.2 seconds. Next, drag the playhead to 1.8 seconds and trim the left handle of the text to meet the line. Lastly, drag the playhead to 1 second, click on the number, hold the Control key and click on the background as well. Then trim both of them from the left to meet the line one after the other. The next thing is to add a transition between the pages, so click on this plus icon between them. You will see another icon below it, which is for the transition, so click on it, and you will be able to choose transitions from the left. Choose a stack transition for this, change the direction to the up arrow, and leave the duration at 0.5 second. This will look good as the 2 pages are for one scene. The next section is for us to add some animation. We can start with the frame, so click on any frame, and go to Animate at the top. This window will show on the left side where you can add different animations. Now if you click on any style here, it will be applied to the frame you selected and not the frame group. But we want to apply the animation on all of the frames at once. So since they are in a group, you can switch to Group at the top. And any style you choose here will be applied to all of the frames. So for the frames, let's choose Succession, which is a cool animation by the way, and click on Enter to make it animate at the start only. Without leaving the animation window, click on the figure, add a pop animation to it, and click on Enter Only. Click on the background element, and since they are in a group, we can go back to the top and switch to Group. Then we can add a pop animation to the group as well with the Enter option selected. Other elements are not shown for us to add animations on them, so you can simply drag the playhead to their locations like this. Click on the Guess the Logo text and add a bounce animation to it. Leave the writing style on Character and make it animate on Enter Only. Drag the playhead forward, click on the sound wave. They are also a group, so scroll back to the top and switch to the Group option. Then you can add a succession animation to them. Make it appear on Enter Only and increase the speed to the highest. Drag the playhead forward again. Click on the loading bar, add a succession animation to it as well, and leave it on Enter. For the last elements, drag the playhead forward again and click on the logo name. Scroll up on the animation window, add a burst animation to it, and make it appear on Enter Only. Click on the checkmark, scroll down to the bottom where you will find Add-on Effects, and add a pulse animation to it. That's all for the animations. You can click on the play button to see how the animations look on each element. It may appear laggy if your network is not strong enough, but don't worry about that, as the final video will be okay. The next section in building out this template is to add audio effects. Go to the Elements tab and search for Cork Pop. Switch to the Audio tab, then go to the timeline and drag the playhead to 1 second, which is where the figure and its background will appear. You can then click on Cork Pop 1 from the audio. Drag the playhead forward to the start of the loading bar, which is around 8.7 seconds. Then search for Mouth Pop and choose Mouth Pop 2. Without moving the playhead, search for Egg Timer and click on Egg Timer TikTok. This is a long audio, so we can trim it till the duration decreases to 8.8 seconds, which is also the duration of the loading bar if you recall. The volume of this timer is usually low, so you can click on the volume button at the top and increase it to around 300. We can also make it fade in and out, so click on Fade, type number 4 in the Fade In box, and press Enter. Then type number 1 in the Fade Out box, and press Enter as well. This will make the audio fade in the first 4 seconds, and fade out in the last 1 second. Lastly, shift the playhead to the start of the checkmark, which is 17.5 seconds. Then search for Marimba Ascend on the Audio tab. Click on Marimba Ascend 2 to add it to that position. I will click on the play button for you to hear how it sounds. Since we are still going to use the bulk create feature, and the audio can't be created in bulk, this is what you can do to retain the audio effects. Press Ctrl+A on the first page to select all the elements. Click on the trash icon to delete them. Then go to Share and click on Download. Select the first page on the drop-down, which is the current page, click on Done, and download it as a video. Press Ctrl+Z on the canvas to undo the deletion. After the video downloading is completed, upload it back to Canva by dragging it, and go to the Uploads tab. Switch to Video and click on it to show it on the canvas. Right-click on it, and click on Replace Background. Now, you can click on the audio one after the other to delete them. If I play the video, you will hear the audio effect even though we've deleted them. The last element we need before the template is done is to add a frame as a placeholder. So find a frame from the Elements tab and choose a square frame. Scale it down like this and turn it into a rectangle. This doesn't have to be a specific size as it is only there as a placeholder for the sounds. What we need to do is to place it at the position of the sound wave. So click on the sound wave, drag the playhead to the end, and trim the frame from the right handle till it meets the line. Then drag the frame's left handle till it is aligned with the start of the sound wave to make it 4.4 seconds. Now, I prefer the logo sounds to be 4 seconds only, so I will trim the frame to 4 seconds. Then I can zoom in on the timeline and try to place the frame at the middle of the sound wave duration. This means I will shift the frame to the right a bit, and I will make sure it's not reaching the right handle of the sound wave. So I will zoom out on the timeline. And with this, we have finished creating the template. You can rename it at the top for easier access to something like Guest Logo Sound Template. To create a video, you should duplicate this template so that you can keep the original for future videos. To do this, go to File at the top navigation bar and click on Make a Copy. This will create a duplicate template which you can open to create your video. To begin the video creation, go to ChatGPT and give it this prompt. I'm asking it to give me 50 companies with good logo sounds. I explained the type of sounds I'm looking for, and I asked it to include different categories so that it does not focus solely on tech and media. I will leave this prompt below the description, as well as other prompts we will use in this tutorial, so that you can just copy and paste them to your ChatGPT account. I will press Enter and wait for the response. So we have 50 companies to use, and you can always ask ChatGPT to give you more. For the sake of this video, I will choose some of them. I will bring out my notepad here, and in order not to choose one category, I can copy different names randomly and paste them on my note. I will copy Nokia and paste it on the notepad. Then I can choose Netflix for the second, then Coca-Cola and others. Now I've picked 16 names here, and what we need is to find their logo sounds. You can use different sources to find them, and one of these sources is YouTube itself. On the search bar, you want to type logo sound, then add the name of the brand, such as Nokia. Then click Enter. You will see a video of the Nokia logo, which means you will have to repeat this for the other brands. This can be time-consuming though if your list is long, so you can speed it up with AI. Instead of doing this one by one, you can go back to ChatGPT. If you look at the YouTube URL, you will notice a pattern in the way they display their search results. It is usually structured with search query and the keyword terms. So you can paste this prompt to ChatGPT. I asked for the YouTube search URL for my list with the structure I gave it. So I will copy the list of the brands from my notepad, then paste it under the prompt. Click on Enter, and you will be given clickable links for your list. When that's done, right-click on the first one and open the link in the background. On most browsers, you can also hold the Control key and click on the link to open it in the background, which is what I will do for the rest. After that, you can go to each of the tabs to get the videos. Most of the time, you will see the video on top, as in the case of Nokia. If I move to the next tab, you can also see Netflix sound at the top. Also on the third tab, there's a Coca-Cola video there. On the next one, which is TikTok, the correct sound is on a YouTube short, which is the TikTok outro sound. And on the McDonald's tab, you need to scroll down to find it. It's a long one, but you can easily trim it on Canva. As I've said earlier, you will find most logo sounds on YouTube itself, but if you can't find a brand, you can either swap it with another brand name from the ones ChatGPT gave you, or go to Google to search for it. So from those sources, find a way to get the videos in a folder like this. Then select all of them and upload them to Canva. Now that we have the videos of the brands to use, we can now look for their logos and pictures. Go to Google and search for the brand name plus logo, for example, Nokia logo, and click on Enter. Switch to the Image tab and you will see different logo variations. We can also speed this up with AI, so I will give ChatGPT this prompt. It is similar to the previous one, but for Google Images. I will copy the list once again from the notepad and paste it under the prompt, then press Enter. As we did before, right-click on the links and open them in the background. You may be told that the link is not verified, but don't worry, it's a Google link, so it's safe to open. After you've opened it all, you can go to each tab to get the images. On the Nokia page, for instance, you can choose a vertical image like this, which is better for the frames. Right-click on it and save the image to a folder. On the next page, we can't find a vertical one for Netflix, so we can go for other sizes, and I will show you how to modify it on Canva. So save them all to a folder. Open the folder with all the logos, highlight them all, and upload them to Canva, which will be done in a few seconds. The next thing is to place the logos in the frames, so I'll click on the first logo, which is Netflix, and drag it to replace a frame on the canvas. You should place the logos in the frames in a random order, which means they can be anywhere. I will drag the TikTok logo to another frame. Then I will do the same with Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola logo is too small, so I can double-click on the frame, and I will be able to enlarge it and place it in the center till it is bold enough. I try to do that for the WhatsApp logo, but no matter how I drag it, it doesn't replace the frame. The reason is because it is a vector file, and you can know this by right-clicking on it and checking the name. You can see that it is an SVG file, so we will come back to fix it. Let's try the Audi logo. You can see that the frame cut off part of it because it's a square logo and not vertical. So what we can do is to undo that step by pressing Ctrl+Z, then click on the logo to appear on the canvas. Click on Edit at the top to bring up the image editor. At the Magic Studio tab, click on the right navigation arrow to see other tools. The last one there is Magic Expand, which is the tool we want to use, so click on it. With the freeform option selected, drag the handle to the top like this. Then drag the handle to the bottom like this. This will make it a vertical image, so you can click on the Expand button at the bottom left. After a few moments, you will see 4 options to choose from, so choose an image with a clean background and click on Done. Now you can drag it to the frame again and it will be placed correctly. I will repeat the same for McDonald's and other logos as well. Back to the WhatsApp logo, I can click on it to show on the canvas, then click on Edit to open the photo editor. You will see a message at the top warning us that using the photo editor will turn the vector graphic into an image, which is what we want to do. So we simply need to use any of the tools, and it will change it to an image. So I can click on a filter like this, then decrease the intensity to the lowest. Now, if I drag the logo to the frame, it will be placed in it. The next section is the bulk create. So go to ChatGPT and give it this prompt. I want it to create a table with 2 columns for 16 lists of logos. You can replace the number if you have more than 16. Then under the prompt, you should paste the list of logos you have, then press Enter. Now highlight the list from the header to the last name. Then copy it with Ctrl+C. Go back to Canva and click on Apps on the left. Search for Bulk Create and click on the first result. Click on Enter Data manually, clear the table at the bottom, then focus your mouse on the first text box. Paste the list with Ctrl+V, and you can now move on by clicking on Done. Right-click on the figure, click on Connect Data, and choose Numbers. Drag the playhead to the logo name, right-click on it, connect the data, and choose Logo Name. Go to the next page, right-click on the logo text, connect the data, and choose Logo Name again. You will see your selection on the left, and before we continue, I want to show you a little hack that will save you some time on the next section. Add a new blank page with the plus icon. Click on the plus sign between the 2 pages to add a transition. Now choose a transition you wish to apply between 2 scenes on the left. I will choose the color wipe transition. Change the direction to southwest and leave the duration at 1 second. You can also change the colors, and I will choose pink for the last one. Now that the transition has been added, you can click on the new page and delete it. Then you can go to the left and click on Continue. Then click on Generate Designs. A pop-up will appear that the design has been generated and saved in a folder. So click on the button to open the folder. You will find it on the Recent Designs with the bulk name tagged in a bracket. So we can click on it to open the new designs, which are the scenes we need for the video. Now if you check in between the pages, you will see that we have a stack transition, which is before the answers are revealed. Then we have a color wipe transition, which is before every new scene. The two transitions have been applied and they are repeated throughout the scenes. If we didn't apply the previous hack, we will need to apply the transitions scene by scene. Here is the time to upload the videos, so go to the Upload tab and switch to Videos. Go to the timeline and drag the playhead to the answer page. We have Nokia on the first one, so find the Nokia video. You can click on the 3 dots of any videos to check their names. So I will drag the video onto the frame. That is for the answer page, so drag the playhead to the first page at the frame position. You will recall that the frame is in the same position as the sound wave, which means the video will appear alongside the sound wave. So we can drag the Nokia logo onto the frame. Now, unlike the answer page, what we need here is the sound and not the video. So what we can do is to click on the shade icon and decrease the transparency to 0. This will make the sound appear while the video remains invisible, and at the same time, it will correspond to the sound wave. I will repeat it for the second scene by moving the playhead to the answer page. Here we have Netflix, so we will drag the Netflix logo onto the frame. Then we can go to the placeholder frame of the question page and drag the video in it as well. Then we can click on it and reduce the transparency to 0. Sometimes you may need to trim the video if it is too long. Let's take this Coca-Cola page for instance. I will drag the video on the answer frame, but if you check the duration, you will see that it is 5.1 seconds. This is not an issue if the main sound you need is in the first 4 seconds, but if it is not, as in this case, you can click on the scissors to trim it. What we need here is in the last 4 seconds, so I can drag the left handle till it is 1 second. Then I will click on Done. Go to the question frame and drag the logo video on it. Then as before, go to trim the video at the top to trim it to 1 second, and click on Done. Then you can reduce the transparency to 0. There's a faster way to trim which I can show you with this Yahoo logo video. Click on the scissors icon to trim it, and instead of manually trimming it, you can click on Auto Trim. This will find the best highlight of the video, which is usually what you want, especially if the video is not too long. Click on Done and go to the question page. Drag the video on the frame as before, then trim it with Auto Trim as well. Another thing you may take note of is to check the long text like this 20th Century Studios. You need to drag it up, and if you like, you can click on Spacing and decrease the line spacing. The next step is to set the correct checkmark on the logos. Go to page 1 at the checkmark position, and you will see that the right answer is Nokia. So, click on the checkmark and drag it on the Nokia frame. Click on the next question at the checkmark position to show the green tick. Then drag it to the Netflix frame, which is the correct answer. I think that's straightforward. We simply need to repeat it for the third one, which is Coca-Cola, and for the rest of the scenes till the end. When you are done with that, go back to the first page. You may skip this step if you want, but it's good to have it since it is on the popular videos as well. What we want to do here is to set a monochrome filter on the previously answered logos. This is what I mean. If you look at the first scene, you can see that we have Nokia as the correct answer. So if we go to the next scene, we want the Nokia logo to have a monochrome color. This will help the viewers to know that it has been answered and they can focus on other logos. So click on it and click on Edit at the top. Go to the Filters section and click on See All. Scroll down till you get to the Mono tab, which is for the monochrome filters. Then click on one of the options. Now let's go to the third scene, which is Coca-Cola. We already have Netflix and Nokia as the previously answered questions, so I will click on one of them. Then go to the Edit window and click on the Filters. I will scroll down to the Mono section and choose one of them. Without leaving the filter window, click on the next logo, which is Netflix, and select any one of the monochrome filters. I will show this one more time for the next scene, which is TikTok. For this one, we already have 3 previously answered logos. So click on one of them. Go to the Edit window and click on the Filters. Scroll down to the Mono section and choose one of them. Without leaving the filter window, click on another logo and select any one of the monochrome filters. Then click on the third one, which is Coca-Cola, and set the monochrome filter on it. So I hope you get the gist. You simply need to repeat it for the rest of the scenes. The next step is also similar to the previous one, and you can also skip it if you want. Here, we need to place a check mark on the previously answered logos. The first one is Nokia. We've noted that, and we can go to the second scene. Go to the checkmark position and click on the plus icon to duplicate it. Click and drag the checkmark to the previously answered logo, which is Nokia in this case. You can also recognize it by the monochrome filter that has been applied to it earlier. Now this new checkmark must not have an animation on it, so click on Animate at the top. Scroll down on the left till you reach the pulse animation that was applied to it before. Click on it, then click on Remove Animation. Also, it should fill the whole page, so click and drag the left handle to the left till it reaches the start of the page, which will make it 21.5 seconds. So while the first checkmark appears for a short duration on the answer, the new checkmark will appear from the start of the scene till the end. Now, what you should do to make your work faster is to right-click on the new checkmark and copy it. Then go to the next page, which is Coca-Cola, and paste it there with Ctrl+V. This will place it on Nokia, which is the first scene answer. Then you need to duplicate it by pressing Ctrl+D. Drag the duplicated checkmark to the second answer, which is Netflix. I will go to the next scene, which is TikTok. By now, we know we are pasting the checkmarks on the filtered logos, so paste it again with Ctrl+V on the Nokia logo. Duplicate it with Ctrl+D as before, and drag it on Netflix. Duplicate it once again and drag it on Coca-Cola. Another way you can do this faster for the next scene is to hold your Shift key, then click on the checkmarks on the filtered logos one by one. This will select all of them. So press Ctrl+C to copy them, and go to the next scene, which is WhatsApp, then paste them with Ctrl+V. This will paste them at their correct position, which makes it faster. So you only need to duplicate one of the checkmarks and drag it to TikTok, which is the answer of the last scene. I will repeat it one more time for more clarity. Hold the Shift key and click on the checkmarks that are on the filtered logos here, one after the other. Then go to number 6, which is Audi, and paste them there. Duplicate one of the checkmarks and place it on WhatsApp, which is the answer of the last scene. So you need to repeat this step for the rest of the scenes. The next section is to add a cool intro and outro. Right-click on the first page and click on Add Page. Click and drag the new page to the start of the video. If you don't have a channel name yet, you can ask ChatGPT for a 2-word name to use for a quiz channel. I have 2 names here that should work for a quiz channel, and after looking at how they sound, I think Quiz Garden feels a lot better. So we need to create a good intro that reflects the name. Go to the Elements tab and search for trees. Switch to the Graphics tab and find some graphics that can work with this. I will click and drag this one to the canvas. My thought process is to have the top of this tree as the bottom of the intro, so I will drag it down like this. Then I will click on the plus icon to duplicate it. I can move it to the side like this and keep on duplicating the trees to form something like a base for the intro. We can search for other types of trees, such as palm trees. I will choose the first one and drag it to the right. We can also search for a garden and see the results. I think I like the garden signs, but I don't like the text on them. So we can search for a garden sign as well. I will choose this stylish one, scale it down, and place it at the bottom. Next, we can search for flowers. I will choose this one and scale it down to the upper right. I can also choose this one with a leaf and place it somewhere here. I will choose this tall one also and rotate it a bit to place on the left. I will go to the Layers tab under Position, then drag it to the back of the trees. I will choose another flower like this, scale it down, and place it at the bottom. I can rotate it to the right, then place it at the back of the trees as well. Now let's find a sun graphic. I will choose this watercolored one and scale it down to place it at the upper left. We can also search for a cloud graphic and scale it down like the sun. I will scale down the round flower more to the right. Then we can search for a desk lamp graphic. I will choose this red lamp and scale it down to the bottom left. I think this flower should be smaller so that we can place other elements at the center. Search for flat speech bubble tips. Choose the first one with a red bubble. Then scale it up like this. We need to scale down the flower below it to give room for the bubble. Then right-click on it, go to Layers and click on Send to Back. I can also flip it horizontally at the top. Next, let's click on the bubble to change the color. Click on the first color and change it to black. Click on the second color and choose a dark green from the palm tree colors. Click on the third color and choose a vivid green from the same category. And for the fourth one, we can choose a vivid green as well. I will click on the third one again and I can make it a bit lighter to differentiate it from the fourth one. Next, add a text box with the letter T on your keyboard. I will type in the channel name, Quiz Garden. I will drag the handle inward, then move it upward. Click on the spacing button at the top and decrease the line spacing. I will change the color on the left to white. Then we can duplicate the text and move it to the top. I will change the color of the new text to black. Then you can type Welcome to in it. We can change the font to a stylish one, so search for Feel Free Playful. I will click on the matching result, then drag the handle out so that the text can be on a line. Click on Effects at the top and change the shape into a curved one. Decrease the curve level to around 80. I think I will select the bubble once again and click on the second color to change it. I can search for a dark turquoise color in the search box and choose one of them. I will also click on the last color, then search for a green color. I can choose a normal green for this. We can now change the background color, so click on the main background. Click on Color at the top, then let's search for light green. Choose one of the results, and that should look better. I can also click on the logo text, then choose the same light green color, which also looks better. Lastly, I can click on the second text and change the color to a dark turquoise. The next thing is for us to add another intro page, so you can click on the plus icon and click on it once again to add a new page. Since we are using the green color, let's search for a green background on the Elements tab and switch to Videos. I will choose this one to show on the canvas, then right-click on it to replace it as the background. Add a text box with the letter T, then type out Guess the logo by sound, which is the topic of the video. I will highlight the last 3 words and change their color to yellow. I will move it to the top and increase the font weight to 144. We can drag the handle inward and reduce the spacing. Next, find a frame from the Elements tab and choose a rectangular one. I will scale it down like this, then add a stroke to it by making the weight 10. I can also increase the rounded corner to 55. Then I will click on the color to change it to white. We need more of this, so I will duplicate it, then drag it to the side. Press Ctrl plus D on your keyboard twice to duplicate it 2 more times. Highlight the 4 frames and group them. Then go to Position, click on Arrange, and align them to the center. Next, go to the Uploads tab and drag different logos on the frames. I can start with TikTok, then Taco Bell's, and fill the others. Now right-click on the page from the timeline and duplicate it. Go to the duplicated page, highlight the frames, and delete them. We can drag the text downward, then reduce the font size to 104. I will place it in the middle, then go back to the Elements tab. Let's search for a subscribe button and switch to graphics. I will filter the result at the top to show the animated ones. Let's go with this one and scale it down to the middle. The next step is to add some animations. So click on the background on the first page and go to Animate. I want to animate the whole page, so I can scroll down and click on Baseline. Place it on Enter only, then reduce the speed by dragging the slider to the left like this. You should make sure the arrow is pointed up, then we can add more animations to some of the elements. I will click on the flower and scroll down to the add-on effects and click on Rotate. We can also click on the sun, then add the same rotate effect on it. I will change the direction here to the left. We can also click on the garden sign and add a pulse animation on it with a low intensity. Next, click on the plus icon between the pages, then click on the transition icon below it. Add a flow transition to it, leave the duration at 1.5 seconds, then click on the up arrow to make it move upward. Click on the plus icon on the next page to click on the transition icon once again. Then we can choose Match and Move animation for this one. Change the duration to 1 second to have a slower animation. Click on the animation on the next page, and for this one, we can choose Color Wipe. Change the direction to bottom left, and you can change the last color to yellow. Let's scroll to the last page to add a new page for the outro. Search for an end screen under the Videos tab, then drag one of them to the page. Right-click on it and set it as the background. We can trim it on the timeline to shorten it to around 12 seconds. The next step is to create the voiceover. So go to ChatGPT and give it this prompt. I explained that I will provide 3 sentences as examples. Then I will provide a list of logo names which I want it to give me similar formats for them. Then I gave it some guidelines I wanted. After that, I pasted the logo list at the bottom. You simply need to replace the list with yours and click on the Enter button. When that is done, highlight the 3-line sentences for all of the list and copy them. Then go to ElevenLabs and click on Text to Speech on the left bar. ElevenLabs is free to use, and I will drop the link below this video for you to sign up. Paste the copied sentences here in the box. Then we can go to the top to add an intro. I will paste a simple intro here which has the channel name. So what you can do is to replace Quiz Garden wherever it appears with your own channel name if you want to use the same intro. Then I will scroll to the end and paste an outro like this there as well. Then on the right, you can click on Voice to choose the one you prefer. I will go with Liam, who has an energetic voice, by clicking on it, then click on Generate Speech.
Hello friends, welcome back to Quiz Garden. In today's challenge, can you guess the logo by their sounds?
After it has created the voice, you can click on the Download button to save it in a folder. Then we can go back to Canva and upload it to the Uploads tab. Next, move the playhead to the start of the video and click on the voiceover. I will click on this button and drag the slider out to zoom in on the timeline for better visibility. Then I can click on the play button.
Hello friends, welcome back to Quiz Garden. In today's challenge, can you guess the logo by their sounds?
Now after it says, "Can you guess the logo by their sounds?" it means we've gotten to the end of the second scene of the intro, so I will drag the playhead to where the voice ends. You can know this by looking at the wave of the audio. The silent part will usually have an empty wave, so while at the silent part, you should click on the video and trim it from the right handle to meet the line. Then I will continue playing the video.
Before starting, please subscribe to the Quiz Garden channel for more exciting quizzes. Let's go!
So I paused it after it said, "Let's go," which is the position where the intro ended. Then I can shift the playhead to the silent part and trim the third scene to meet the line. In the same position, you should right-click on the audio and split it. Then you can move the rest of the voice to the right. Now if you look at the voiceover script once again, you will recall that we have 3 sentences, each of which will be at a specific part of each scene. I will move the timeline up a bit like this. Then what we want to do is to drag the playhead to the start of the scene, specifically around the start of the first text. Then drag the audio to meet the line. You can click on play to listen to where the first sentence stops.
Can you get this first logo?
As expected, this will be at the silent part of the wave, so right-click on it to split it. For the second sentence, drag the playhead forward and drop it where some part of the loading bar has appeared like this. Then drag the remaining audio to the line. You can play it again to see where it stops.
Which logo sounds like this?
As expected again, this will be at the silent part of the wave, so right-click on it again to split it. And for the last sentence, drag the playhead forward and drop it where part of the answer has been revealed. Then drag the remaining audio to the line, and I can play it.
Yes, that is Nokia.
Now I can right-click on the audio at the silent part to split it. Then I can go to the second scene, drag the audio there, and repeat the same step. Another way to place the audio is without playing it. So drag the playhead to a few moments after the start of the first text, then drag the audio to meet the line. I don't need to play it as I can simply go to the empty space, right-click on it, and split the audio. Drag the playhead to a few moments after the loading bar appears, then shift the audio to the line. I can also go to the silent part and split the audio, then drag the audio to the answer text and go to the silent part. Right-click on it and split the audio. Then you can move the rest to the next scene. So you simply need to repeat the same steps as before till you get to the end. When you get to the end, place the outro voice at the end screen. Lastly, you can search for Fireball Pass on the Elements tab and switch to audio. On the timeline, drag the playhead around the edge of the second scene, and from the result, choose Fireball Pass by Whoosh 3. Go to the volume at the top and decrease it to 5. Click on the Fireball Pass and copy it with Ctrl-C. Move your playhead around the edge of the third scene, and paste the audio there. Now move forward to the end of the first logo reveal. at around the edge of the right handle, and click on the same fireball audio from the result. For this one, you can also decrease the volume at the top to 15, then copy the audio with Ctrl+C. Go to the edge of the next logo reveal at around the end and paste the audio there. Again, you can go to the next scene at around the end and paste the audio there. So you simply need to go to the edge of the other scenes and paste the same audio effect there till you reach the end. And with this, we've reached the end of the video creation, so I can go to Share at the top and click on Download. I will save it and play part of the video for you, but don't go yet, as we still have to design the thumbnail and find viral video ideas.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to Quiz Garden. In today's challenge, can you guess the logo by their sounds? Before starting, please subscribe to the Quiz Garden channel for more exciting quizzes. Let's go. Can you get this first logo? Which logo sounds like this? Yes, that is Nokia. Here we go again. Which logo makes this pop? Correct. It is Netflix. Back with another one. Which logo rings like this? Yes, that is Coca-Cola. Try this out. Which logo kicks off with this beat? You guessed right, it is TikTok. Let us keep guessing. Which logo throws out a cheerful yodel? Yes, that is Yahoo.
I said earlier that this template can be used for videos other than Guess the Logo sound. Examples of these videos are Guess the Smartphone by Ringtones, Guess the Characters by Voice, Guess the Cartoon Voice Quiz, Guess the Popular Memes, and so on. If you want to create any of these videos, all you need is to come to the original template you created, go to File at the top, and duplicate it. Then you can follow the tutorial as before. If you are creating Guess the Logo sound, every prompt will work the same way. But for other topics, you may need to tweak the prompt to reflect the topic, which is easy to do. I will drop all the prompts below as I said earlier, and when you are done, you can go to the intro you've created. Hold Shift and click on the 3 scenes one by one. Right-click to copy them, and you can paste them on your new videos. Now, if you follow the tutorial step by step, you would have created this template. And as I said earlier, it is not an easy one to create compared to others. But if you can create this, you can create other quizzes as well. However, if you don't want to go through the headache, I have a quiz template bundle that you can grab at a one-time price. This is not just a bundle of templates. It's a mini course with tutorials that shows you how to create quiz videos using each of the Canva templates. You will get the prompts to use and how to use them. And we've added clickable thumbnails that work with all of the templates. What started with 16 templates has now grown into a collection of 32 templates covering 25 quiz video series. This includes the Guess the Logo sound template we created in this video, along with other premium templates such as Guess the Subject in 3 seconds, Put a Finger Down, Choose Your Gift, Find the Odd One Out, and many more. The new templates we just added include Avoid Saying the Same as Me, Riddle Quiz Challenge, Choose One Dish, along with the mathematics quiz. We've also included short templates for those who would like to create short videos. This includes the shorter version of the Guess the Logo sound that we worked on in this video, and 2 more shorts that have to do with guessing games, with more on the way. When you log into the course platform, you will see that each of the templates has a tutorial video explaining how to use the template. Below the video, you will find popular topics you can recreate using the template, all the AI prompts you will need, along with other links. Now let's do some calculations. We currently have 29 templates for long-form videos. If you were to use each of the 29 templates to create 10 videos, which is easy by the way, you will have 290 videos. Do that once again, and you already have over 500 videos on your channel in a short amount of time. We are working on more quiz templates and bonuses, and by the time we release them, the price would likely go up. However, if you get it now, you will get access to any future updates for free. So click on the first link in the description below to get it now. Moving forward, let me show you how to research good video ideas. Go to the YouTube search bar and search for a broad term like guess games. You will see different topics to create for a quiz channel. You can scroll down to see a lot of popular ones, so you can get an overview of the topics. Another broad keyword you can search for is quiz games. Here, you will find even more video series that can work for quiz channels. Now, generally for a quiz channel, you want to look for both evergreen topics and viral topics. To find evergreen topics, you can come to our quiz landing page I shared earlier. Without buying anything, simply scroll down to this section, and you will find different series to research on YouTube. For this demo, let's take Guess the Subject in 3 seconds as an example. You can go back and type in Guess in 3 seconds on YouTube, and click on Enter. This will bring back a lot of videos, but how do you know which one is performing? You can know this by installing this free extension called vidIQ. It will make the process easier, and I will drop the link below for you to register. After you've installed it, you will notice that each channel subscriber's count is displaced after their name, and the videos now have the VPH, also known as views per hour. So what you want to do is to look for videos that are at least 5 months old and are getting 100 or more views per hour. This will show you that they are evergreen videos, and with this criteria, you can see that you have many videos to jot down on your notes, such as Guess 120 animals in 3 seconds, Guess the logo in 3 seconds, and Guess the fruit in 3 seconds. If you scroll down, you will find many more videos that fit this criteria. Then you can go back to the list and copy another one like Would You Rather, and then paste it on YouTube to search for it. Reuse the same standard and scroll down to find a lot of them. Now, to find viral videos, you can search for any keyword like Guess in 3 seconds, just for the purpose of finding quiz channels. Right-click on the channel name and open it in a background tab. Do the same for another channel, and you can open as many channels as you like. Go to one of the channels and click on the 3 dots with the vidIQ logo on it. Click on Trending Videos, and you will see videos that are currently going viral. You may ignore the newly uploaded videos and look for videos that are at least a week old. This channel, for instance, has a lot of Would You Rather videos, and it seems to be performing for them. Go to the next channel and repeat the same step. You will find videos like Guess the Flag, mathematics quizzes, and the new riddle quizzes. You can repeat the step for the other channels, but there's an easier way to do this, which is to add them as competitors. Click on the 3 dots once again, and instead of viewing the trending videos, you should add the channel as a competitor. Go to the second channel and add it as a competitor as well. Then repeat it for as many channels as you like. You can even go to the search bar and search for quiz. Go to the filters on the right and filter to show channels only. This will show you channels with quiz in their names. You simply need to open as many as you like in a new tab, then add them as competitors, just like we did earlier. Now, whenever you are on YouTube, you will find this vidIQ menu at the upper right of your window. Click on it and select Competitors. This will show you the channels you added and all their videos together in a window. You can filter them by weeks, months, or all time. Then on the second drop-down, you can sort them by VPH, views, and date uploaded. If you leave it on VPH, you will be able to see the trending videos for the date range you selected. You can also sort them by views to see the videos with the highest views, and since the VPH is also shown besides each of the videos, you'll have more data to work with. vidIQ is free, as I've said earlier, but you may need the paid plan if you want a lot of data to work with. It usually costs around $17 a month for the Boost plan, but I've partnered with them, and you can get that plan for just $1 on your first month. I always use vidIQ on all of my channels, and it has literally saved me a ton of time, so check the description below for the link to grab this deal. To create a thumbnail for the video, you can click on the plus icon here to create a new design. Search for YouTube thumbnail and click on the first result. Click on the background and change the color to cobalt blue. Add a rectangle with the letter R and drag it to the top like this. Make it fill the top and decrease the height to around 170 pixels. Click on the color and change it to a bright red. Go to the Elements tab and find a frame. Choose a rectangular frame and scale it down to around 260 pixels in height. Increase the width to around 280 pixels, and then go to the top to add a stroke weight of around 8 onto it. Increase the corner rounding to around 40 by dragging the slider. Then change the stroke color to white. Next, search for an audio graphic from the Elements tab. Choose a round one like this. I will change the color to white. If you notice, you will see that it is transparent. I don't want that. So I can add a rectangle with the letter R on my keyboard, place it on the icon, and scale it till it fills the transparent area. Go to the Layers tab under Position, then drag the rectangle under the icon. Highlight both elements and group them, then scale it down to 70 pixels. Place it on the edge of the frame and rotate it to the left to around 20 degrees. Select both elements and group them together. Now we can place this to the left for the first frame. Hold the Alt and Shift key, then drag the frame to the right. Make sure to release your mouse before releasing the keys. Press Ctrl+D 2 times to duplicate it twice. I will highlight all the 4 frames and move them upward like this. Then hold the Alt and Shift keys again, and drag all frames to the bottom. Add a text box with the letter T and type Guess Logo Sound in it. Change the font to a bold one like Poppins, which we can search for, and click on it. I will change it to all caps at the top, then make it a bold font style. I can increase the size to 88, then move it up to the center of the red bar. We can change the color to white, then highlight the last 2 words, and change their color to yellow. I will go to the Arrange tab under Position to align it at the center. We can make it look even better by going to the Effects window and adding a shadow effect on it. I will make the offset around 35. The direction can be 100, and the blur can be 35 also. The transparency can be set to the fullest, and I will change the color to black, which looks better than the white. Now this is the template for the video thumbnail, so we can simply go to the Uploads tab and look for logos to replace the frames. I will drag different logos on them till they are completed. The thumbnail is done and you can easily download it at the top. To wrap up, here are 3 tips you need to grow a quiz channel. 1. Try both trending and evergreen topics. Trending topics can bring in a lot of views very fast, but will fade out later, while evergreen topics can serve as a bedrock for your channel growth. You can refer back to the research segment of this video to see how to find both trending and evergreen topics. 2. Consistency matters a lot. This is even more important if you are just starting out. There's really no excuse for not creating videos often, as you've seen that there are a lot of topics and series to create. You can easily build out templates for these videos to speed up your work or grab our template bundle for quiz channels. The truth is that uploading 4 videos in a month is not like uploading 8 videos in a month and so on. So the more you can show up, the better. 3. Double down on what works. You may have seen this work on many channels, like this channel I shared at the start of this video. They uploaded the same Guess the Logo Sound video many times, and what they had to do is to change the company names they used in each one. Another way to double down is this. Let's say you uploaded a Would You Rather video, food edition, and it performs well. What you can do is to either upload more Would You Rather videos of different editions, such as Luxury Edition, Hardest Choices Ever, and many more. Or upload more food quizzes, such as Guess the Food in 3 seconds, Guess the Food by Emoji, Pick a Dish, and so forth. Thank you for staying till the end. Don't forget to check out the quiz template bundle in the description below. You can click on this video to learn more about quiz channels, and you can check out this playlist to see more of our quiz tutorials. If you learn 1 or 2 things from this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Digital Scholar. Drop your comment below, and thank you for watching.